roll.
What? What, Richard?
What just happened?
What was that?
Robbie, San Diego Comic-Con, Kansas!
I think we finally made it, Rich.
I don't know, Robbie. I need a minute.
Take a minute.
What a journey, Bobo.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Holy cats.
Ah, Richie.
Unbelievable.
What a road. What a road it's been, Rich.
What a road, Robbo. 12 seasons going into old number 13. I mean,
when we started on the show,
yeah,
we were in our knee socks.
And 50.
It was weird being 50 and in knee socks.
We're trendsetters, Bobo.
That's right.
Trendsetters. For those of you who might be like, I don't know, new to school, in the wrong room, or way in the back and unable to see anything, this little blurry dot is Rob Benedict. You know him as God?
And this little fuzzy thing is Richard Speight Jr. He played Gabriel.
I did.
And most recently, he's director of Supernatural.
Yeah, every now and then. Robbo, let's bring out our starting lineup, man. Let's get right into it, shall we?
All right, so Kansas, those guys can sing.
They can sing.
But we brought our own singer. Please welcome executive producer and showrunner of Supernatural, Mr. Bob Singer.
Bobo! OG Bobo.
Bob Singer.
There he is. The man that, no, Bob, no, we discussed this backstage. Next to him, taking the stage, America's favorite Ackles, Jensen.
Jensen Ackles. Next up, a man whose hair is getting its own spin-off series.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Jared Padalecki.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. I can't wait to see the show about crime-fighting hair.
Yeah, it's going to be a great series.
And last but not least, not only is this gentleman a showrunner, but also the inventor of a new dance move, Andrew Dabb.
Andrew Dabb! Wow. Guys, congratulations on another amazing season. Season 12.
Thanks.
Amazing. Loved it.
But real quickly, sidebar. How about that opening?
How about Kansas?
So
insane.
We had fun moments backstage because these boys obviously wanted to watch the show, so they were trying on masks to see what would hide them. And I can tell you, after surveying all the masks in the room, no masks work.
Nothing.
It really doesn't. It's hard to hide the hair and the bow legs. You know what I mean? It tells the story. But seriously, I mean, this is a hell of a year this has been. Unbelievable season. So much craziness.
What were your favorite episodes of this season?
12 and 20.
Those are the ones you directed.
Yep. Those are the ones I directed. You got a favorite, Robbo?
The other 21.
You're a jerk.
No, seriously, the finale. I thought the finale was amazing.
Yeah.
The finale was...
How about that finale?
Congratulations on surviving in the finale. You're the only two.
Yeah, we're the only two.
Yeah.
It was a bloodbath.
Yeah, so, yeah, it really was. I mean, Rowena's toast.
She's literally toast.
Yeah, toast. And Crowley sacrificed.
Yeah.
And Mom is locked in another dimension with Lucifer.
Kind of a dream date scenario.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Castiel. I just...
Buddy.
I gotta do this.
Buddy.
I gotta do this. Bobby. Did you really kill Castiel?
You know, we have said over the course of time, and one thing that keeps the show fresh and why we've gone into our 13th season is we say when we write these things that you have to go where the story takes you. And Andrew and myself and the other writers, we thought that perhaps Castiel's time had come. Wait. Frankly, and I think the guys will back me up on this, Misha had become a bit of a prima donna. Wanted to be number one on the call sheet, that's it.
So sorry, guys. I guess I was back there, but they never told me to come out. But I heard my name, so
Yeah.
I assumed.
This is awkward.
Well, this just got really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just you stop it on. You want to keep crossing and go off that?
Oh no, I'm tired. I'll just rest right here.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, now I guess maybe we should just ask him. What's
Yeah.
it like to not be on the show anymore?
Yeah.
Look. Misha's
He's excited.
They
He seemed
just
confused.
had to take the story where it went, but I'm not going away. So
That's
So you have him. He's just going to drop by set, do craft services, that kind of thing.
yeah.
yeah. It's
That's nice.
that's called stalking in America. Well,
Clearly, Misha is here and he's going to be back, but he is a prima donna.
I will say, now that Misha's on stage, there are a few people that love you, but there was a really, so for the first time in 13 years, Ackles and I were like, we're not going to wait backstage while Kansas plays. We want to be in the audience. So they snuck us way into the back corner so we could watch while Kansas was playing. And a lovely young lady who was back there, and you know who you are, got up and started dancing, and then she's like, turns over, and here's Misha, and she's like, hey, will you take my, oh my God! Hey, will you take, a full-on sort of like, I'm a Misha Migo.
well, she has that experience, but now there's a whole bunch of people in the back corner going, "Wait a minute!
Are you telling
Wait
me?
a minute! Jared Jensen and Misha were behind me! Ah! Gotta kill myself!" Bobo.
Richie.
So let's talk about
Wait, so
something that's actually relevant to the
Season
show.
13, after that finale, what's the plan from here? Where do you go from there?
Well, episode 1, Castiel dies.
Yeah.
I'll let Andrew handle that one.
Sure. Well, I think for us, season 12, by the end of season 11, when Mom comes back, season 12, the guys kind of had the happiest situation they could have. Mom's back, all the friends are alive, they saved the world without having to sacrifice each other. And season 12 was...
You really messed that up, didn't you? Just
Yeah.
killed everybody.
Yeah, and then season 13, we're like, well, that was a horrible idea. Like, too much, everybody's nice, and who wants that? So then we just murder, which is really what the show's based on. It's just multiple serial homicides that everyone in this audience is witness to and probably will be indicted for. But that's a longer conversation.
You're all colluding.
That's right. This is collusion.
There's something great about listening to Andrew talk seriously about the show while in the monitor, teeny tiny little Misha sits next to him at the kids' table.
That's right. I like it.
Can we talking to the producers here, can we make this happen on set? Can he have just a little chair? No more big cast
I didn't
chair?
know he was allowed to sit. I thought,
wasn't-
contractually speaking, he was standard.
But so listen, one of the big characters we saw at the end of the season, we saw Lucifer. He got himself a little boy, has a son, Jack. Now we see this character very briefly, curled up naked in the corner, which is actually, ironically, how Rob started on the show.
That was just in my trailer before being called to set, and I was crying.
Okay. weird. But Jack is half Lucifer, half mortal, so there's a lot of moral ambiguity at play here. Andrew, you want to talk about that? I mean, how's this character going to play into the season, and how do you think it'll develop over time?
Yeah, well, I mean, as you mentioned, Rich, most of how we see the character is naked. And I think it's an important element to add, Dynasty's coming on, we have to compete. That's just the way I look at it.
And if you were to die at the end of season 12, like somebody on this stage, would you come back naked?
I mean, I don't know that we can afford the blur effects. Honestly, it's just.
Oh, you mean because it's like so much of the screen would have to be. Yeah. No, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I've been told by hair and makeup. So.
Well,
I know what you mean, because you'd have not just one blur, you'd have to have 3 blurs.
Yeah. Well, actually 4 because of the third nipple.
That's right.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I think it's great to have this conversation because we all know Jared's been very honest on his Twitter feed.
Yeah.
And I think this is a healthy forum to discuss this.
I thought that was so brave.
So brave. So accurate. So brave.
I will say that after, and I had several friends and family members call me to say, like, dude, are you twittering some stuff? And I was like, huh? So to tell you from my end of the story, we're in Chicago a week ago, and I go to bed about 11 o'clock, and I get some sleep, and I wake up at 4 o'clock to like go to the bathroom or something, and I have all these like, your Twitter was favorited, your Twitter was liked, your Twitter was favorited, your Twitter was like, my Twitter, like, did I tweet something? And then I have
your tweet is really gaining traction.
Yeah, your tweet is gaining traction. Make a comment. And I was like, and so then I have one text message, not from Jensen, not from Misha, not from Bob or Andrew or Richard or Rob. It's from Matt Cohen. And I was like, Matt, is he okay? Because he's not the type to text me at like 2 in the morning. So I open it up, and it just says, dude, Twitter. I was like, huh. So I opened my Twitter.
I didn't realize he's fluent in ACLs. That's
Dude, Twitter.
It may have been Twitter, dude. Or dude, but those 2 words, I don't remember the order. And so then I opened my Twitter, and I'm like, that's the last time I hand my phone over to Misha Collins.
In fairness, I think it was 2 years ago at Comic-Con that I posted. You were like, you grabbed my phone when we were signing, and apparently I posted on Twitter, I hate fans, which is a great thing to post at Comic-Con. And for the rest of the signing, everybody was coming up like, ugh.
We hate you too, Misha. That's right. I remember when panic set in, because we do a signing after this, and we're signing, and you pass, and you sign, and you pass. And then Misha, upon realizing that, so he had just put his phone on the table, and it was on, and I was like, put it back. Upon, I think, like you got a bunch of phone calls or something. He was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I had to like excuse himself.
Yeah, you've done that to almost all of us, and that's why we were high-fiving when we saw that tweet. We're like, yes, someone finally got him.
Yeah, that's why you didn't get a lot of warning phone calls from friends.
Yeah. But bringing it back, so Jensen, how will Dean and Sam react to this Jack character?
Differently.
Dude.
Cool.
I told you they were going to make this hard.
I didn't.
I begged you not to ask them questions.
Go to your notes. Go to your notes.
There's been a lot of build-up for this. I mean, the whole season's been dealing with Kelly Klein and.
It's obviously the mom being gone and Cass and all of this kind of turmoil that the brothers find themselves in. Now they have this person, this thing, this entity, and in Dean's mind, just simply has to go. But because technically it's half human, the ever optimistic Sam Winchester
Did you say
thinks. What's that?
half female?
Half human.
Half human, got it. There's a weird, I'm in a weird echo spot, so I'm catching.
It's a vortex. So they're
half female?
We have 2 different ideas of how to handle the situation.
By the way,
Does Jared know we're doing a panel? I'm just.
I don't think so.
Say it again.
Do you
Somebody
know that we're
wake
doing
up
a panel
Padalecki.
for Comic-Con right now? Okay. Anyway,
but
I
yeah,
tried.
Yeah, but that character could go either way. It could be evil, could be.
Have Sam and Dean encountered somebody with these sort of characteristics before? The sort of the half Lucifer, half human. Have they wrestled this moral dilemma previously?
To this degree, it's kind of difficult, right? I'm trying to think of the last time.
Well, no, this is the spawn of the devil, so
Right. Yeah.
Which I don't know why anyone would want to see how that works out. You know what? Let's see how this plays out. What could possibly go wrong?
It's a.
Dean's a little more practical. I have an idea. Let's shoot it in the
Kill.
face.
And Sam's a bit like, that might just piss it off. I think.
Well, at least we'll know.
That's true. That's true. I think Sam. Kudos to Bob and Andrew and the rest of our writers. It's a neat. We've danced around this a couple times, but not to this degree. The whole nature versus nurture argument, and so it is. Jack certainly is half Lucifer, but he's also half Kelly Klein, right? And Kelly Klein was a good person, and so Sam, ever the optimist, is trying to figure out what to do. And Dean, being Dean, shoot first, ask questions later, has his idea.
Right.
Some things never change.
And Andrew, is that a journey that Jack himself will go on in his sort of development and trying to figure out which side he's on?
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of the character, obviously, as Jared Jensen talked about, they've got strong opinions. I think from Jared's point of view, especially from Sam's point of view, Sam was a character who was, as we remember from way, way back, destined to do very bad things. And
Whoa.
yeah, and still may. A lot of years left. But he's some or not. I don't really know. But the idea that I think Sam can kind of put himself in those shoes a little bit better, and then for Jack himself, he's someone who I think is struggling with that and will continue to struggle with that in our version of Hell's My Two Dads.
But wait, click over to the left to see the Supernatural panel part 2, or click over to the right to get the third part.